See you later, Sadie.
Later.
Love you. Goodbye, Kimber. Fist bump. Love you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Hey guys, it is time for another adventure. It is Sunday afternoon, and this time, Chuck and I are heading to Oklahoma and Texas. We've got several customers who their air seeders will not seed properly or at all. So we're gonna go down there, we're gonna fix them up, and we're gonna get them ready because they're gonna be planting real soon. Hey Chuck.
Hey,
You ready?
let's go to Moorhead.
All right, let's go. We made it. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Ready for another adventure?
Yes, sir. We're
right.
flying in the 78 Cessna, not the Mustang.
Oh, that would have been a nice upgrade. Well, we made it, guys. It is lightly raining, but excellent landing, Dean. Thank you. And Matt's here welcoming us. Thanks for the hanger.
Yeah, no problem.
So we're gonna be jumping in here and waiting for our ride. Good morning, guys. This is day one of a long week, and we're gonna be starting out working on a Case ADX air cart. A lot of issues with it. Another rebuild crew came down here from another company. They tried to install a bunch of parts. They just could not get it right without having air leaks and all these other problems. So the farmer was like, hey, I need you guys to come down here and fix this so I can be seeding another week or two. So we're down here, we're gonna be taking care of that. Anyway, we're gonna be heading down the road here. We got about an hour drive to Enid, and we're gonna be taking care of that air cart and getting them ready for seeding. Well, we made it out here, guys. We are gonna get set up here, gonna start looking at this. We're gonna be running the fan here pretty soon, checking to see where the leaks are. So a crazy thing happened with this air cart. About 3 years ago, the farmer had purchased this thing used from a neighbor. Everything was really nice. No corrosion, everything worked really good. He put about 20 some acres on this machine, and this front caster here actually failed right here. That well broke, and the whole front caster assembly ripped out all of the entire air system. Just a really bad deal. So here he's stuck, can't use the air seeder, caused a lot of damage. So we got him hooked up with really good stainless parts, even though he didn't really need it for the corrosion aspect, but really just to replace all the damaged components. But the guys, the rebuild crew, a different company, really didn't know how to get the parts in properly and adjusted. And so just a lot of problems. He hasn't been able to seed for almost 3 years. So he wanted us to come down, check everything over, deal with all the issues, get it fixed so that he can be seeding here in a couple weeks. So it seems like it's pretty much where you can see cracks, right? Like this meter housing, there's a gap here. Yeah. I think we could take a look at. So these should be over here. So a few things that we've already found out here, things like these being on the wrong side so that this couldn't close properly. Several leaks throughout. Some of the hydraulics not working properly, several sensors missing. So these are supposed to have these agitator forks on here, but the cams are missing. And this one's backwards. This one's the complete wrong ones. We sometimes run into this issue, and I always wonder, do you guys have issues with your equipment? Maybe you hire someone to come help you. They're not experienced at what they're doing. And after you're done, you're like, I should have just hired someone who does this all the time and they know what they're doing. So always good to know who you're hiring, who you have coming out here to work on your stuff, make sure they're reputable and that they're knowledgeable on what they're doing so that you don't have any issues later. Here, let me take all these out. Yeah, like look at this isn't even tight. It's just, they didn't even finish it.
So I assume that's not supposed to be loose?
No, it's supposed to turn the agitator in there. I bet this one, yeah, same thing. And then they're missing there's supposed to be a cam here.
Be nice if you had all the pieces back in
Did
it.
you run your lap? Even without the roller in there, it doesn't.
I wonder if it got tweaked from
I think so.
being over torqued.
It's possible.
They really went to town on them.
There's a fine line between getting this up tight enough to where that gasket seals and being too tight. There's just, I mean, it's a really fine line.
Just snug, but not overly tight.
Actually, I'm gonna start it. One down. Roll check here. All right, we're done.
You can't tighten up these agitator cams without having the meter down.
I did it once, but it was misery. Took me hours.
Right. And I'm gonna have this down in 15 minutes.
Okay, let's do that when it's down. All right. So Chuck's getting comfortable laying down on the job here. It's not a good start to your Monday.
And look at the difference on this one.
Yeah. So the big problem with these is if you tighten the mounting bolts up too tight, it can actually deform the housing and affect the gap here, and then you'd have air leaks along here.
No,
So definitely got to be careful on
gotta be tight.
how you assemble it, how you put it together. Otherwise you could really have problems. So we have a problem here, Billy. We dropped one of the sensor shims down this hole, so we're gonna see if we can blow it out. You ready? Yep. Hey, look at that. That was a great idea. I was wondering if we're gonna have to take this all apart in here.
That's awesome.
That worked great. Hey guys, we just updated a lot of the stuff back here. I'm gonna move up here to where the brake system is on this front caster. The guys before did not end up putting the brake pad up here, so we found out that you actually can't do that unless we jack the whole frame up and drop this spindle, this caster assembly down. So Billy's up here pulling the big old nut out. So once we get that done, we'll put the brake in, and that way we can go more than 10 miles an hour. One thing we just found out here, we had to drop the rear meter housing here just to get that agitator shaft on, or agitator fork. And Chuck actually noticed that the back is bent up here, and that no doubt was from when that caster wheel came ripping through here and shoved everything up in there. So he's trying to get that straightened out using a big old pipe wrench here. Hopefully we can get her straight and working again. This side looks really good.
Yeah,
So we have a lot to go here, I think. Oh, we're so close. Yep, a little bit more. Okay, hold it. We got the caster assembly jacked up here. And we're inspecting this bearing here, and we found a bunch of gravel, so we're gonna clean this out because we don't want any dirt down in there. We want this thing to last. There it is. Here's the bottom bearing set. Clean that up, but we're having issues here. This seal that goes on the bottom of that spindle doesn't seal. It's sloppy, so we're gonna see if we can get it apart quick from here and before we have to leave. So see if they got one in stock or can expedite it. Well, it's been a long day already, and we've taken care of a lot of things. We've come across a lot of other little things that we've had to take care of, so a lot of delays, but we're ready to lift this thing up and start seeing the alignment of it and making the necessary adjustments here so that they fit properly along the openings here.
Are your pins looking like they're gonna line up?
These two in the corner look okay. Beautiful. Nice. Well done, Chuck.
All right, way to go.
That's why we brought the best. Mr. Chuck Fall.
You get it? Yep. Fixed up, ready to go?
Yeah, we're happy with it. Even labeled all these.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we finally got her all hooked up, and now we're checking for leaks. So really excited here. Seems pretty good. There's nothing back here.
Feels good.
Some grease. Yeah. One of the things that's really confusing that we come across is what order to do these steps in here to drop this manifold assembly. So I went through here, labeled it 1. So right now it'd be in its neutral position. You would engage it here. And then number 2, you'd release the latch. And then number 3, the lever. And then number 4 would be here. You'd run this lever left and right to first raise and then lower this manifold out. Have you guys ever been confused about that? I know it gets me every time because we don't deal with these carts very often, but definitely confuses me when I'm not used to it. And we got everything set up and configured here. All the mechanical things we had nice and smoothly working, everything lining up and going up, but we're having a lot of issues. We're having a low voltage error in the cab. Have you ever had that issue? Well, we're having low voltage at remote 1 and 2 back here, and we could not figure it out. We're running multimeters all over. We pulled the computer, the ECUs down, cleaned the connections, checked the battery, all kinds of stuff. And we finally decided to play again after having a new battery put on here. There was some other connections on here that these were attached to, and for the heck of it, we just removed those and wired it right to the battery, and guess what? The error went away. Amazing. Electrical stuff is just sometimes really difficult to figure out, and we're thankful we got everything working. And we're really excited. We're gonna be filling some wheat here, taking it out in the field and testing it out. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie guys, this is really exciting to actually be putting product in this thing and run into the field. Just making sure that this thing is going to in fact seed not only today, but in a week or 2 when he has to go. Hey guys, it's the end of the day here, but we got to the field. We were able to test it working manual at the cart. There's a few little bugs to work out tomorrow when there's daylight, but it was great meeting Mike and Billy. They were a huge help. We got these guys set up so they can do some fall seeding here really soon. Our adventure continues on tomorrow. We're gonna be heading to Texas, so till then, God bless.